Hey, good morning, YouTube. Happy Monday. Okay, so we have another resignation of a Republican GOP House member. This person, his name is Troy Nils. He's a huge Trump supporter, huge MAGA person. He was a representative from the Southeast district in Texas, and he's decided not to run for reelection. This would have been his fourth term, and people are speculating if he would have ran, he would have won handedly because the district he represents is like a ruby red MAGA Trump supporting district, and I believe Trump won that district handily. So people are speculating why this person, Troy Nils, is decided to leave Congress. He has endorsed his brother, Trevor Nils, to run for his seat. His brother is MAGA. More than likely, they've already come out with a statement saying that if Trump is if they are in the majority, that they will still support Trump's agenda. But what I think is happening is I think a lot of Republican House members, first of all, a lot of them feel very disenfranchised because Mike Johnson basically gave Congress to Donald Trump. They ceded their power. They're basically doing whatever Donald Trump wants. They're behaving as a rubber stamp for Donald Trump. And a lot of people in Congress, a lot of Congress people on the Republican side is feeling very disenfranchised, feeling like they can't do their work. They're not legislating. They're not doing any oversight. They're just basically waiting for Donald Trump to give them orders, and that's what they're doing. Mike Johnson has ceded the Congress to Donald Trump, and a lot of Republicans are not happy with that. It's the reason that Marjorie Taylor Greene said on her way out, she believes that the Republicans will be in the minority. Now, it's very difficult to be in the minority once you've been in the majority because they know, and I believe this is another reason a lot of Republican House members are stepping down. They know after the midterms, more than likely, the Democrats are going to take the House, and speakership will probably go to Hakeem Jeffries. They know when that happens, there's going to be a lot of investigations into what the Trump administration has done so far. Take in consideration what Pete Hegseth is out here doing. People are claiming and accusing him of war crimes. Think about Signalgate when they were basically exchanging texts, divulging and like basically telling our national security secrets. This administration has done a lot of things. Think about the $40 billion that Trump gave Argentina. So a lot of the GOP House members, they know that once the Democrats are in power, after the midterms, if the Democrats take the midterms, they know it's going to be a lot of investigations. They know that it's going to be difficult to run cover for Donald Trump the way that they do now. And so a lot of them are, half of them, or I'm pretty sure a great percentage of them feel just disenfranchised, like they haven't been able to do their job. Part of them feel like, well, we're going to be in the minority after the midterms, and it's going to be difficult to kind of carry out our agenda. And then some of them feel like Donald Trump just don't respect them, don't treat them well, don't act like they are a co-equal branch of government. And Congress, I have to keep saying this, I have to keep reminding people, our Congress is a co-equal branch of government. They do not work for Donald Trump. They work for the American people. And they're not behaving like that. And now we're seeing all of these resignations where Marjorie Taylor Greene even said more House members, more GOP House members are going to resign. So now we have Troy from Southeast Texas, which is a very reliably red state. He's stepping down. Yes, he's endorsing his brother, but I'm questioning why he's stepping down, and a lot of people are questioning why he's stepping down. And I believe, because you have to remember, even if people have an issue with Trump or the Trump administration, they're not going to say anything about it publicly because they still support Donald Trump, even if they are upset with their colleagues and with Republicans and with Republican senators. Like if Congress people in the House, Republican Congress people are upset with the Senate, it seems like they can get upset with each other and they can get upset with the Senate, but they still try to protect their relationship with Donald Trump. After the midterms, it's not going to matter. If the Democrats take over, they can try to cover and protect him all they want. They will be in the minority. And I think a lot of them don't want to be in the minority, because then they're going to have 2 years of trying to run roughshod and protect Trump from everything. All the things that he's done that they know is wrong. They know it's questionable. They know it's wrong. Another thing that I'm picking up on, the Republican Party has like a fraction of the party that are very isolationist, which means they only want to concern themselves with things that's going on here in the United States of America. Now, Trump basically flying to all these different countries and rubbing elbows with different presidents, that's not what they want. They only want to focus and be concerned with what's going on in America. So they don't like it that Donald Trump is on the international stage and having these conversations and giving $40 billion to Argentina. They don't like those things because they are America first, and a lot of them are America only. So I think that, like I said before, I think there's going to be a large exit for GOP House members. We are now seeing people that are in ruby red states. Marjorie Taylor Greene, her district in Georgia is like plus 20 Donald Trump. This Troy Neal's, his district in Texas, I believe was plus 20 Donald Trump. These are reliably red, ruby red states that their House members are stepping down. That is very, very alarming. Also, I've been talking about Afton Ben in Tennessee. Donald Trump won Congressional District 7 in Tennessee by 22 points. The election that's going to take place tomorrow is within the margin of error. The Democrat is only down 2%. People are unhappy with the Trump administration, and people are unhappy with what's going on as far as Congress. Congress not legislating. They are not oversight. They're not doing anything other than what Donald Trump tells them to do. So you have a lot of people who feel disenfranchised. The Republican Party seems like it's all over the place because, like I said, there's different fractions. There's a fraction that's America first, American only. There's fractions that absolutely want to work on an international scale and want Donald Trump to be doing the things that he's doing. I don't know how he got away with giving Argentina $40 billion while Americans stood in line for food. A lot of these things that the Congress just sat by and they didn't do anything, they're going to pay when they go home to their constituents. Remember, they were basically on break for 2 months during the shutdown. During the shutdown, and a lot of the programs that they were threatening, SNAP and the Affordable Care Act subsidies, their constituents actually want those programs. So it's like Donald Trump is not working for the American people. And I think people in ruby red states, I think they're starting to realize that. And that's the reason their Congress people are stepping down, because Marjorie Taylor Greene even said they have like a phone line where their constituents can call and of course complain or whatever. And she said on her phone line at in her office, in her congressional office, her phone line is blowing up with complaints about SNAP being basically tampered with, played with, about the Affordable Care Act subsidies been played with. These people are unhappy with what the administration is doing, and they are unhappy that their Congress people are not fighting and advocating for them. And it's the reason they are stepping down. And I think they need to step down. I think the Democrats also need to take this into consideration. If you are not working for the American people, if the American people still feel like there's an affordability crisis, and there is, then you're not going to be there. You need to go home and you need to stay there. And so I hope the Democrats are definitely taking notes regarding this, because the Republicans, more than likely, they're not going to be in power after the midterms. And being, like I said before, being in the minority is very difficult after you've been in the majority. So this congressperson from Southeast Texas is deciding to step down after his term is up. So he would not be running for re-election. This would have been his 4th term. He's right now in his 3rd term, and he's deciding to leave. He has endorsed his brother. This is a very MAGA district, so chances are his brother will be a front runner. But the fact that he's stepping down really illustrates something, and I hope Washington is paying attention. You guys, I want you to If you watch the video, you enjoy the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and have an extraordinary Monday. Bye, you guys.